Yeah, let's definitely catch something at the dive-in movies. Am I in it? I am. Let's do it. Hello, hello. Welcome aboard Carnival Cruise Line, the most fun cruise line in the world. This is my CFO office where I handle a lot of important CFO business. Speaking of CFO business, Shaquille here. Karaoke, 4 p.m. I'll be there. What can I say? It's a tough job. But as Chief Fun Officer, I take safety as seriously as I take fun. So please pay attention to the safety information you're about to see. All aboard!
As required by international maritime law, the United States Coast Guard and the governmental maritime safety agencies of the countries where we sail from, all guests upon joining the vessel must attend a mandatory safety briefing before the ship sails. Because not all ships and safety procedures are the same, even if you have sailed with us previously, we ask that you attend the safety briefing and pay close attention to this important video. Inside your stateroom, along corridors and stairwells, you will find safety signs that will help familiarize yourself with the ship's layout, emergency procedures, location of muster stations, and available routes from your stateroom to your designated muster station. Please take a moment to read the emergency instruction notice located behind your stateroom door. All escape routes are equipped with low location lighting, which will guide you to an exit in case of an emergency. During safety briefing and in case of an emergency, do not use elevators. Crew members will be stationed along the evacuation routes to assist and direct you to your muster station. These crew members are easily identified by specific colored hats or vests. They are positioned along hallways and stairwells.
During the safety briefing, you do not need to bring your life jacket with you. You may proceed directly to your muster station, and there is no need to return to your stateroom. Please be advised that the use of cell phones, smoking, drinking, or eating during the safety briefing is strictly prohibited. We take this opportunity to remind you that the discharge of any item into the sea is prohibited. All garbage must be disposed of in the appropriate bins. Secure all personal items to prevent anything from going overboard. Violations of these requirements will be reported to the appropriate authorities and may result in penalties and involuntary debarkation. In the unlikely event of an emergency, a crew alert announcement will be broadcast, supplemented by a dedicated signal. The meaning of this announcement is to alert team members with emergency duty to proceed to their emergency stations and be prepared for the general emergency alarm that could follow. The general emergency alarm consists of 7 short blasts, followed by 1 long blast on the ship's whistle, supplemented by the same signal over the loudspeakers. If you hear this alarm in the event of a real emergency and you are in your stateroom or nearby, quickly grab your life jacket and collect any essential medications and your travel documents, like your ID and passport. Additionally, please ensure you are dressed warmly and wearing comfortable shoes before proceeding to your muster station. If you are not near your stateroom, please proceed to your muster station where you will be given a life jacket. If you could not retrieve your essential medications, please inform the personnel in your muster station and someone will attend to you accordingly.
Ah, yes, muster stations. When I first came on as CFO, I thought they were saying mustard station. So when I did my first safety drill, I went straight to my own personalized mustard station, filled with about 100 different kinds of mustard for every occasion. Classic yellow, honey Dijon, spicy. But don't let the same thing happen to you. Learn about your muster station. Because remember, there's nothing more delicious than safety. Boy, this hot dog looks delicious.
You have been assigned a muster station. The letter of your muster station is printed on the lower left corner of your sailing sign card and on the sign on the back of your stateroom door. Please become familiar with the location of your designated muster station and how best to get there. Life jackets are stored in your stateroom. Ensure that you have enough life jackets for the number of guests in your stateroom. If you are traveling with an infant or with children, please consult your room steward that you have the appropriate life jackets. And should you need additional life jackets, please let your steward know before the ship's departure as soon as possible. Instructions on how to correctly wear your life jacket are posted in your stateroom.
To wear your life jacket, just follow these easy steps. Place the life jacket over your head around your neck with the reflective tape facing outward. Pass the straps and fasten the buckle appropriately. Adjust to a snug fit by pulling the free end of the strap and tie any collar strings that may be on your jacket. Please pay close attention during the safety briefing to ensure you are familiar with the life jacket you have been assigned. Each life jacket has reflective tape, a whistle, and a saltwater activated light to attract attention. Please do not remove any of these items. Extra life jackets are stored and available at each muster station. Personnel in the muster station will instruct you on how to put on your life jacket. In the unlikely event the abandoned ship order is given by the captain, the lifeboats, the life rafts, and all parts of the evacuation system will be prepared at the embarkation station. Be assured families traveling together will not be separated. No suitcases, bags, or luggage of any kind can be taken to the muster stations or lifeboats. A qualified seaman is legally in command of each lifeboat and life raft, and you must follow the instructions at all times. All lifeboats and life rafts are equipped with water, food, and first aid equipment, as well as other emergency fittings and equipment necessary for the proper handling of the boat. The lifeboats and life rafts are constructed with built-in buoyancy to be unsinkable, even when flooded. Carnival has created a special needs team to assist those guests who may need help in getting to their muster stations. If you or anyone sailing with you is in need of special assistance, please let your stateroom steward know, and they will notify our special needs team, who will assist you in an emergency.
Guests must use earphones when listening to music or watching shows and movies on personal devices in public spaces. Bluetooth portable and wireless speakers are only permitted within your stateroom and must be used respectfully and at reasonable sound levels and times of day. Large speakers and radios are prohibited on board and will be confiscated.
Smoking is a fire and safety hazard on a ship. Consequently, it is strictly limited to specific exterior deck areas and designated casino and nightclub spaces that can be monitored. All guests are expected to adhere to the following safety guidelines. All staterooms and suite accommodations, including outside balconies, are non-smoking. This policy applies to all forms of smoking, including but not limited to cigarettes, cigars, pipes, vaporizers, electronic cigarettes, and marijuana. Carnival recognizes that some state and local governments in the U.S. and in the destinations we visit might allow marijuana use. However, Carnival Cruise Line follows U.S. federal law, which strictly prohibits possession and use of recreational and medical marijuana and other illegal controlled substances. Any violation of this policy will result in a $500 charge per violation posted on the guest's Sail and Sign account and may also result in the disembarkation of all guests in the stateroom. Guests who are disembarked for violating our policy will be responsible for all financial charges and expenses to return home, and no refund of their unused cruise fare will be provided. Additionally, they may be prohibited from sailing with Carnival Cruise Line in the future.
Yeah, give me some more golf balls.
Each stateroom is equipped with a smoke detector, which, if activated, will make an audible sound alerting you to leave your stateroom immediately. In the event of an emergency, such as fire or injury requiring medical attention, please dial 911 from any ship phone or advise the nearest crewman. In the interest of the safety of everyone on board, guests should not tamper with any of the safety equipment, including hanging items from sprinkler heads. Safety equipment that has been tampered with may fail to operate correctly in an emergency. Tampering with safety equipment, including but not limited to life rings, fire extinguishers, and smoke detectors, is a serious violation and is strictly prohibited.
Sorry, didn't see you coming. So where were we? We're about to go over some very important fire hazard information, so pay attention. I love this magazine.
Fire is especially dangerous at sea. For this reason, we ask that everyone adhere to the following safety rules. Smoking is strictly prohibited in all guest staterooms and suite accommodations, inclusive of balconies. If you are going to smoke, please do so only in designated public areas. Exact locations for public smoking areas can be found in your stateroom guide and on the Carnival Hub app. Discharge of any item into the sea is prohibited, including cigarette butts and hot ashes, which can blow back into the ship and create a fire hazard. Please smoke only in designated smoking areas and properly extinguish smoking materials in ashtrays. Never leave smoking material unattended. Secure all personal items to prevent them from going overboard. Do not keep any belongings or towels on balconies when you are not on your balcony. Violations of these requirements will be reported to the appropriate authorities and may result in penalties. Do not use unauthorized heating appliances with electrical heating coils, such as cup or mug warmers or clothing irons in the staterooms. Candles or other open flame items are strictly prohibited. On board every vessel, there are specially trained fire squads whose duty it is to prevent and quickly extinguish a fire.
For our youngest guests, Carnival has created a procedure to ensure their safety. All children 12 years of age and younger should wear a special wristband identifying their muster station. If your child is 12 years of age and younger and is participating in a youth activity when an emergency arises, and you are instructed to do so, take your child's life jacket from the stateroom with you before proceeding to your muster station. The youth staff will escort the children to their assigned muster station to be reunited with their parents. For this reason, it is important that your child wear the wristband provided at all times.
Kids, parents, and grandparents should never run on the deck, jump over chairs, or any other structure, even if there is an event going on. All of the pools are to be enjoyed by lounging and no diving. All pools are too shallow for safe diving. Showers are required before getting in the pool. Be careful as you are adjusting your lounge chairs to not pinch your fingers. Use caution when walking between lounge chairs. Stubbing your toe is not a fun thing to do. Be aware of the other lounge chairs that may have been moved by other guests. Make sure you dry off when you exit the pool and whirlpools. Children should never be left unattended, and all guests should obey all instructions from ship staff. Only toilet-trained kids are allowed in our pools and slides. Kids under 6 are not allowed in the whirlpools. Guests must be 42 inches to ride the slide. When riding the slide, ride feet first on your back, fold arms across your chest, and cross your legs at your ankles. If any guest would like a life jacket to use, they're available at the main pool.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of safety tips today. General, pool, life jacket, conga line. Didn't think so. Can I get some official conga line equipment over here? Anyway, from yours truly, and all of us at Carnival Cruise Line, bon voyage, and as always, be safe. It's the best way to have fun.